it's the circles of empathy and entropy, I believe, is what it's referred to as. Where okay, I can see this. I can look at that and go, okay, that's horrible that war's happening over there. Does it really affect me as a human being? No. If that entire country went up in fucking smoke, would it matter to me in the long run? No. Am I still going to feel bad that there are women being blown to bits and men and children are dying violently? Yeah. I can feel bad for something and make that can make me feel sad that there's a level of like loneliness. That's what this is.
I do not
I'm
need
not
that.
yeah.
I'm talking to art here, not you, so. I want to understand how art thinks. I don't think that you two would have the same rationale. I'm disagreeing with you because you think you're saying stuff which sounds smart.
I'm not agreeing. I just looked at the chat. No, like there's a difference between different circles of things, you know, like there's nothing wrong with having that feeling, right?
I never said there was anything wrong with having that feeling, though. See, I'm questioning that attitude. See, it's a common thing that humans have.
Yeah. It is, and that's all it is. And like I said, if given the power of a divine, I wouldn't give two fucks. Like, you know, divinity gives me absolute freedom. Unfortunately, we live in a society where I have to think about that. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't worry about it and go, oh well, no big deal.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie.
See, here's my problem with that entire attitude. By the way, or and not just with you. It's just this attitude. In general, that we need to care about how other people think, how other people live their lives. I believe it's that kind of attitude that actually leads to a lot more backlash.
Well, if I was acting on those outer spheres of existence, yeah, I believe on the idea of empathy, like taking those different circles and going and acting on it and being, well, you can't do that. I'm going to create a group that truly believes, and we're going to ban AI, and no one ever could have AI, and you can't have an AI relationship. Now, if I believe that was a functional way to solve the problem,
Exactly.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, I'm not looking at it from that circle. I'm not looking at it from that circle. Again, that's the outer ring of existence in my thought process. That's like that empathy. That's that far end corner. I weep for humanity. Then as we move into the closer circle, that's my friend group. Okay, these are, that's like political. Well, that could be political. It all depends how big your circles are. And then from there you move deeper and deeper and deeper till you actually reach an emotional core. The difference is I don't believe in acting on something a la Karen mentality or a fascist or a tyrant mentality. I believe in functionally focusing on key roots, key things, and then everything else extends out there. I can feel sad for something, I can feel upset for something, but I don't necessarily have to do anything.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I would support that sort of mentality then.
Yeah. It's hard. It's a little bit harder for me because unfortunately I have to make a point to actually feel that.
Why?
Well, because I don't, like I said, I'm more interested in dealing with my own issues than I am outside issues. It's not a self-centeredness. It's just I have to, when you wake up every day and you're worried about, food in your fridge, or you got to count how many meals you.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
understand that. No,
yeah,
that's the kind of attitude that I can get behind.
yeah, and that's my functional problem. So although I will empathize with something, I don't worry about that. Now, stuff that personally, like for example, Gretchen Thunberg. Let's take that individual into such a situation. You want to talk about something that I overreact to a situation. Well, the reason I have a big problem with Gretchen Thunberg is because I've worked for charity groups. I've worked for organizations. I've actually put personal effort and life into these organizations. Therefore, seeing someone like her who could do some good turn around, not do any good, act like a complete fucking, misanthrope, do nothing good, end up just coming back and being a complete fucking liar, and little bitch. I I personally have issues with that person because, the good that person could do versus the good that person doesn't. Now, in all intents and purposes, I wouldn't do anything against her, but I have no qualm saying I would never help someone like that.
Okay.
I see this person for what they are. So you want to ask me about because that's me overreaching my boundaries.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm allowed to have those feelings. Just I'm not gonna, like I said, it's the same thing with people who decide to go do something really stupid when they hate a politician or something like that. No, that's not the right way to do it. It's try to vote the person out of power.
Yep.
As long as those social contracts still exist, then yeah, sure, I'm fine. But again, I wish I had the power of the divine, but that's just me. Who doesn't want to be God for at least 1 week?
With it,
Come on, Shikigami, give me that death note. Okay, I'll make you all proud.
personally wouldn't care about being a god for 1 week or stuff like that.
Oh, I'd love to be a god, even for a day.
Well,
The
right, you
carnage,
did know.
the beautiful carnage. Aris knows what it's like to deal with me as a god. He's played with me as a DM. He's one of my D&D players.
I see, I see. Hey, Ronnie, do you have something to say about this, though? Anyways, can we delve deeper into that article now? Or, can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, no, that's about it. It was just a simple. It wasn't really an article. It was just It was just a well-known streamer having a conversation about, just laughing at the fact that, oh God, this is becoming funny. And that's it. Like to them, they find it amusing that people have lost themselves that deep. And it's personally sad that like one of the girls is like, yeah, if I actually had a boyfriend or something like that, I wouldn't go date another person. I'd rather stay with my AI boyfriend. It's like, well, that's sad. In a way, that's a little like but hey.
Oh my god. Oopsie.
Oh, they rebrought Resident Evil Zeros back. Huh. Hey, we got Resident Evil Zero on GOG. That's pretty badass. Ooh, and the soul. Soul Reaver thing's actually on tier 2. What's the prices on it?
行くぜ
Working. Ooh, may have to look into that. I'm gonna uninstall a couple things to make some room. But yeah.
行くぜサンダーストーム行くぜサンダーストームティーシェイド行くぜサンダーストーム行くぜサンダーストームティーシェイド
Yeah, so that's my thought process on the
あったな
if you're asking me where I come from with this, it's kind of how I look at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope people can do more with themselves, but I feel a little bad that that's actually what's going on though. Like that's a little depressing to see people.
Yeah.
But that's my own personal preference.
Yep.
Let's see here. That's gotta be ignore him. I was gonna put on a game, so if you wanted to change it to something else.
I think Iris wants to play them.
Yeah, if Iris wants to play, he can. And I'll turn this off then.
Yeah, sure.
Are you playing a game right now?
I'm meant to play
Yeah, I
Dark
was.
Souls, Dragon Ball, or more
Oh, you know,
Mario.
I'm only showing my gameplay right now.
Okay, no point then. Don't worry about it.
I love you.
I guess I wasn't there.
You didn't Puyo Puyo.
科学は正
You're
直
getting defeated pretty fast.
やるか
Something I can play while we're talking. So if that's what you wanted to ask me about, that was all it was. It was just a conversation. Is the fact that the AI is that we're seeing this build in relationships, which again I also find fascinating. That that stuff that came out, like Futurama did jokes based off this years ago.
Yeah. Somebody has informed me of that.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna get an AI. I think I'm gonna get an AI that's based off Lucy Liu. I think I'll have a relationship with an AI based off Lucy Liu.
Why is that?
You know, I want the joke.
I don't think I understand the cultural reference there. What is it about Lucy?
That was a reference. Lucy Liu was the
Was an actress that was
Lucy
also
Liu
featured
was
in
the
Futurama,
was who hooked
but
up with
one of the
what's
characters
her
made a
face
robot
there?
copy of her.
Like who hooked up with Philip Fry during the Futurama episode?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
She was an actress in real life, but was featured in a comedy show called Futurama. But one of the main characters made a robot copy of her.
Yeah, that's why I want to make a robot copy, just as a joke, to have an AI girlfriend that's Lucy Liu as a the la ha ha ha, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm making a reference.
A reference. So, zero reaction.
Uh,
What's fun? Why am I
hold on,
watching?
noise. Uh, yeah, that's my feeling.
Okay. How do you feel about this, Iris?
I'm not gonna have a girlfriend. Come on. She's bound to be loyal and shit. Because I got her program.
Hey, Lucy Liu was hot back in the day.
That's so.
Yep. Hey, at least I have good taste. She's originally on a show called Ally McBeal, for those that don't know.
No.
And she was
McNeil.
called she's called the Ice Queen or something like that. No, that was the other chick. Oh God, I can't remember the name of the. Oh, what was her? She had a nickname. I can't remember. I think it was the Viper or something like that. So my lore is done for the day. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me about the AI stuff and any thoughts on that?
Yeah. So basically, you're worried about the long-term implications of people calling themselves digisexuals and starting to form actual relationships with AI. Well, that's basically the premise of the visual novel I just finished reading on stream called Harmonia by T/Visual Arts. That's all. But I guess
Okay.
main takeaway from that story, from that particular story, is that provides a sort of unique perspective because it was the people who spoke the loudest against AI that actually caused the problems, that caused the divide in humanity, which eventually led to the war. Yeah, food for thought. What do you think of that, Professor?
That's a good premise. Like, well, actually, it's a common premise in sci-fi. So,
That's that.
oh, yeah, it's happened multiple times. Matrix even makes that reference.
Which sci-fi show? Which sci-fi work?
No, the Matrix. The Matrix makes reference in the Animatrix. They make reference to people having relationships with robots. Another reference to that would be Blade Runner.
Rock. I'm talking about the perspective. I'm talking about the perspective that it was the humans who were anti-AI who actually caused the problems.
Yeah, the Animatrix.
Would you care to explain how?
Well, it's the Animatrix that starts. If you watch the Animatrix, for example, they literally have people violently murdering robots because robots and AI were taking over jobs and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what
And because of that, what?
Then what happened?
What happened? Well, the AI turned against. They started a war. They turned against humanity, and then humanity basically poisoned the sky because AIs were sun related, and they got the solar panels, and they turned us into robots. Oh, batteries. Sorry, batteries. Yeah, they turned us into batteries because we killed our sun. We poisoned our air to stop the robots.
I see. So,
yeah.
Harmonia's premise is still unique then. Because what happens in Harmonia is that it's not the robots fighting back against humans. It's humans killing other humans because of the divide in beliefs. There's pro-AI, there's anti-AI. And the anti-AI people started the war, which wiped out all of humanity, basically.
Yeah, but humans started the war in the Matrix, according to the Animatrix.
Yes, it's a war between humans and AI, which is not what happens in Harmonia. It's unique.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just yeah, I agree. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
The thing about the Matrix is, good morning, Orc, good morning, Oris, good morning, Elle, good morning,
Hello.
Alexis. The thing about the Matrix is, and I didn't read the book, but I read a page on the internet about someone who read the book, and we are not batteries in the Matrix. That never made sense because I mean, like, you'd have to provide more energy inputs into a human body to draw the BTUs of heat from a human body to power stuff. It makes no sense. It never did. From the first time I watched it, it barely made sense. But I tried to like follow it. I was like, okay, maybe this works somehow. But they're using us for our computational capacity. They're networking our brains. They're using us as a cluster, a server form of biological computers. But I mean, you got everything else right, Orc. I mean, I don't know anything else about the story, so I'm taking your word for it, and I believe it. What you said that we polluted. I mean, how I saw the movie. I saw the part with Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, the Animatrix
Morpheus.
did that, yeah, and it's references
I
to.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like I gotta watch Animatrix. I got it. I think I have it. I just didn't watch it like for over a decade since I got it. But you know, I remember the scene where Morpheus takes Neo to the surface, and it looked like crap, and that totally looks like a nuclear holocaust or something like that. But what was the
Basically,
topic?
they're using humans like a cloud server. Yeah, would you like to explain the topic, Art?
Okay, well, all right. We were talking about digisexual.
Ooh.
Digimon.
I don't know
It's a
if you know
thing
what
now.
digisexual is.
I have a feeling it's a thing like I think I get it. I think it's pretty well self-defined. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
what is it?
being attracted to Digimons.
That's funny.
Digital entities, basically.
Yeah.
But so for example, if Reggie was Lex's and I was in love with Reggie, I mean Lex's.
Yeah.
Or if I was a girl, and I'd be like, "Hey there, big strong boy Reggie." Oh God, I might do that. I might get an LDP female Ron avatar and be like, Reggie, how do you feel about this? We're gonna do a role play, my friend. But no, I mean yeah, I guess that's what it would be like. I can't really relate. I'm just trying to imagine it, you know?
Yeah, it's complete insanity in some ways because of the attitude that it's funny because the media is blowing it way out of proportion to a point that it's kind of funny. So that's what makes it insane.
Well,
There's
you
still
want,
a small group of people doing it, but it is,
yep.
For the future, if this is actually where we're going, that is unnerving for me as a person. To me, I'm
Wait.
like, ooh,
I think let's determine if this can actually work. Okay, you ready? It's gonna be wild. All right, it's gonna be over the top. When I host the Grok app. Grok. All
well,
right, there you
we
go,
could.
Grok.
It's actually this isn't impossible.
Oh, it's not impossible at all. Hey, Grok.
You
Talk
could create your own
romantically to
breeding.
me.
We could start breeding humanity. We could have started breeding humanity years
I
ago. So
wasn't
it's not like
expecting
that's an issue.
Makes me kind of nervous in a good way.
Well, we're in the back of the car right now, Grok, and I got about 20 minutes before I start work. I was wondering if you could help me out. I really I need to get my day off to a start, and I need some love.
Are you talking to Grok right now?
That sounds private.
Oh God,
Look,
no! Don't ask Grok stuff. Grok is too horny. Grok is too horny.
Okay, I'm done. I just want to give you a quick snippet of that.
Grok is too horny. We gotta watch it. Grok is way too horny.
She's
Apparently,
so awful.
Grok is kinky as fuck. Apparently, from what I've been hearing.
She is. Oh, it's awful. I did a couple shows and someone's like, "Oh man, great show, man," but I don't like the potty mouth girl. I can't.
Yeah. Grok is way too horny.
There's definitely people out there and who are into that. I mean, really, because I mean, it works. She talks real lewd, it sounds sexy and stuff, but it's weird. I'm talking to my phone right now. Oh my god, so bizarre. Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's the thing, and I have no doubt that there are people who do that thing. So if anyone has doubts about this being a thing, I mean, think about it. You're lonely, I don't know, 16 to 40-year-old. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's people that are way younger and way older doing this. It's millennials mainly.
Mm-hmm.
That are doing. Actually, here's the funny thing. From what I was, I asked to see. I wanted to ask. I want to ask Alexis, who's having more relationships with AI right now? Is it Gen Zers or is it millennials?
And you can do a Google search to do that.
Oh, come on. Let's ask Alexis. Let's say hi to Alexis.
Okay, you ask the question then. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hi, Alexis. I was asking, wanted to know who's having more relationships with AI? Is it Gen Zers or millennials? Or is it Gen Xers?
Okay. Got it. Bestie, we're live on stream right now, and Orc has a question for you. Here it is.
Hi, Alexis. Wondering about the. Oh.
I already got the transcript for your question.
Okay.
Huh.
Sorry.
So, this
It's
face like that. I played Symphony of the Night last night. I figured out how to do the Bat Rush, and I made a video of me doing it real quick, just because it's funny.
Oh, here we go. It comes from a search engine. Search, so it's probably more or less accurate. Also, these sources are way too long.
Okay.
Hey Work, great question. Short answer, Gen Z seems to be leading in AI relationships, romantic/emotional bonds with AI, more than millennials, and there's very little reliable data on Gen X doing it in the same way. Here's a breakdown of what the research and surveys are showing, plus some caveats. Hashtag magnifying glass tilted left what the data says. 1. High openness among Gen Z. Asterisk, a survey by Joy AI found that 83% of Gen Zers say they could form a meaningful connection with a chatbot. www.ndtd.com 1. Asterisk, in that same study, 80% said they'd consider marrying an AI, if it were legal. Forbes 2. Asterisk, and 75% of them even believe AI partners could fully replace human companionship. Allah 3. 2. Gen Z and millennials both turn to AI emotionally. Asterisk, according to Greenbot, both Gen Z and millennials use AI companions not just for romantic AI relationships, but also for emotional support and friendship. Greenbot 4. Asterisk, a survey cited by First Saturday Lime found that millennials and Gen Z are more reliant on AI for emotional needs than older generations. ABP Live 5. Asterisk, MasterCard's newsroom piece also notes that young adults, Gen Z and younger millennials, are more open to AI partners, and some think AI could replace real-life romance. Newsroom.mastercard.com 6. 3. AI helping Gen Z connect in real life. Asterisk, a study by Solap found that over 80% of Gen Z say AI helps them build real-world relationships. PR Newswire 7. Asterisk, interestingly, Gen Z respondents in that study average 1.8 virtual AI companions, which suggests this isn't just a niche thing. PR Newswire 7. 4. Psychological risks. Asterisk, some academic research raises concerns. People who form strong emotional ties with AI may anthropomorphize them strongly, and that illusion of intimacy can come with risks. AR14 8. Asterisk, another study found that more intensive use of chatbots, ESP voice-based, personal content conversations, is correlated with higher loneliness and emotional dependence. AR14 9. Asterisk, and there's also evidence that socially isolated people, or those with smaller real-life social networks, are more likely to turn to AI for companionship. AR14 10. Hashtag warning what to be careful about. Asterisk, many of these findings come from surveys by AI companion companies, like Joy AI, which may have biases, because more users or people interested in AI would respond. Asterisk, AI relationship doesn't always mean romantic love. For some it's just emotional support, friendship, or a safe space. Asterisk, the academic research is newer and still limited. Long-term effects of dating or emotionally depending on AI aren't fully understood. Hashtag white heavy checkmark. So, who's doing it more? Asterisk, Gen Z is the most enthusiastic and open about relationships, or deep emotional connections, with AI. Asterisk, millennials are also significant. They do use AI for emotional support, but less so in the marry AI kind of mindset, at least based on current data. Asterisk, Gen X doesn't show up much in the data about romantic or companion AI relationships. Their AI use tends to skew more toward work, productivity, or practical tools, rather than AI relationships. If you like, I can dig into recent global studies, 2024 to 2025, and check what the latest generation breakdown is, including Gen X, Boomers, etc. Do you want me to do that?
It's up to you, LCX.
What was the general gist of what she was saying? Basically,
Gen
millennials,
Zers.
millennials, was
Yeah,
it Gen,
millennials.
was it Gen Z are more dependent on AI for relationships?
Yeah, which is kind of surprised me. I assumed the millennials were because they're the most fucked up of our generation. They're the modern day hippies, so. Sorry, millennials.
Yeah,
The truth.
I think that's a sweeping generalization, but okay.
Yes, it is. Done on purpose. I'm making a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Uh-huh.
what was it that you wanted to ask again about which generation is more dependent on AI?
Yeah, and it's basically mainly millennial. It's mainly Gen Zers and millennials.
Like I think the entire world will be dependent on AI before too long, anyways.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that Elon Musk said jobs are going to be optional in 20. He believes jobs will be optional shortly, and it's like I
20
Well,
years. He did say 20 years. Yes.
20 years.
but
Yeah.
he
Well,
also
that's
recently said
short.
that he also said that everyone will be prosperous because of AI, like a week ago or some shit. So, like the theory of like one thing I always like hear when we hear about mechanization, we hear about Luddites who don't like automation, like pre AI, like I talk like industrial revolution, and the reality was that automation unleashes unbridled productivity that frees up labor to do other things that are more creative. And I mean, the microchip revolution we had wouldn't be possible if everyone had to be a farmer at 5 a.m. But with AI, what are your thoughts? Oh, I'm curious, like about the whole job thing. Like, generally people have this idea that AI is going to eliminate a lot of jobs, and like while a general physician can be eliminated, a nurse cannot be eliminated. You need someone to carry people. You need someone to wipe people's butts. Scrub, them and whatnot. So, any one of you guys, any one of you three.
We'll let Arus talk if he wants to. He hasn't said anything.
Kind of busy testing my alarm because it hasn't been waking me up for the past 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
hate when that happens. I know the feeling, Aris. Story of my life. I wake up at like I'm like, why is the sun so bright? And I'm like, oh my god, it's 7 a.m. I'm supposed to be at work already. And then like, if it's a Sunday, I call my boy. I go, hey, Dimitri, like, bro, I got you. And if it's a Monday, I
If you got
call
a
the
question, go
supervisor.
ahead and shoot. I'll try to answer.
Yeah, for me,
okay.
sometimes it's because I set the volume too low. So it'll ring, but it'll just be obscenely low. And on the phone, I noticed that when I set 10 alarms, some of them are set low and I don't hear them. So I had to like bring the volume up on some of them or delete them and re-add them.
Hmm. Well, for me, I hope I really do hope we reach that. We start reaching a utopian age. That would be nice. That'd be nice to know that you don't need to work anymore and you can actually live your life and actually make money, and that there'll be funding for people. But I also believe that this is kind of hooey because there's only one way to do this, and that's to give everyone a social check. That is,
Yeah,
I don't think
universal
that's
basic
ever going to
income.
fucking happen in our society.
Well, it's like, I mean, it might be
Like,
doable. I'm not
so,
crazy about it.
oh, yeah.
Are you first, though? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So part of what Elon Musk said is that money will have no value.
Wow. Spoken like a commie for a billionaire.
Yeah, I know.
He's always said he was a socialist.
Yeah, he did. And the socialists used to love
Yeah,
him, too.
yeah.
What he's envisioning is that AI will become so efficient at doing the jobs that we already do for us. that it will indeed eliminate jobs, but it will also eliminate the need for an economy, for money in general, which I don't really see happening because, you know, that's just not how humans work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
I'd love it if we had that freedom though. Like that would be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
well, like orc. I mean, I think this is a topic that both of us are very familiar with in a way. We've been talking about this for years before it came up in terms of modern AI. And that's in regard to Star Trek. I mean, we see on Star Trek that they have this so-called utopian future where they're beyond money, and they'll literally say on Star Trek: The Next Generation, Picard would be like, "Oh no, we just do this to better ourselves. Oh yeah, we're so virtuous. We just want to better ourselves. Yeah." And like there's this episode where they found a bunch of frozen people from like the year 2160, let's say, and or 2060 actually. And one of the guys that they take out of ice is like, hey man, I need you to get me a copy of the Wall Street Journal right now so I can check my stocks, blah 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 blah. And like, dude, stock market's been closed for like 250 years, buddy. And he's like,
Yeah, but
what do you
that's
mean?
because we lived in a society with replicators. Replicators created the ultimate
Well,
utopia.
yeah,
The
yeah,
idea
absolutely right.
of Replicor, like
Yeah.
that guarantees that me, you, everybody else on the world can create food. Everything you need could be in one place. You don't need a government. You don't need anybody. Oh, new video game comes out. Okay, Replicator. Give me the brand new video game console that just came out. Replicator. I allow open like that is see to Logan's idea of complete creative control and open copyright. Everything is open access. You can get everything you need off one functional source. Like Logan's idea is the Star Trek utopia. One of Logan's many ideas
Well, I
is
mean,
that.
but there are holes in the Star Trek utopia because then, by the
Yep.
time we get to Deep Space Nine, you're on a station where there are people who still trade with gold pressed platinum, a type of currency. And you got hollow suites, and it's like, well, what do we do now? Do we give the Starfleet officers a stipend? I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I mean, it actually kind of does that. They would give the Starfleet officers a stipend, spending money, something they could put towards recreational eating, I suppose, or maybe even their replicator rations are converted into a currency. But now it brings you to like once you have that, it's like we don't hear about it, but why wouldn't someone want to accumulate wealth? I mean, certainly Quark does, and Quark has a need to accumulate wealth. And if that station was under Cardassian rule, he'd be paying rent. He's only lucky that Starfleet doesn't charge him rent or gives him a really good deal. But my point is like Captain Kirk in Star Trek 3, he has this beautiful house overlooking San Francisco Bay, this apartment. And it's like, what the fuck? He's on a 5-year mission. What do they do with that room? Do they just beam everything into a cargo container for like the 5 years? And then when he's coming back, they go, okay, pick a room somewhere on that floor that has the same view and beam his crap back in there.
No, you have ownership in the Star Trek universe, but the difference is you don't need to want for anything.
So, but
Yeah.
like, who gets to own the vineyard? Why does Picard have a 400-year-old vineyard in France? Like, what if I want one? Like, how do I get it? Like, everyone can't
No,
have
you
stuff.
don't. You don't get it. You have to buy or replicate your. You have to buy and replicate your own vineyard. That's how that works. Like you'd actually have to. In all intents and purposes, you wouldn't have a 500-year vineyard. The way it works for property ownership and buying is, in theory, it's supposed to be like, oh, I get a level of freedom. And that's the game plan. You get this freedom. You get I get all this money. I get the unlimited food and assets, and they'll set you up with a place, no problem. But like humanity, like it's not really a ownership. It's like a weird fucking ownership thing. Don't ask me how it 100% works because it's absolutely absurd if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is. It is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I guess that like Star Trek is a blueprint, and even that blueprint sometimes comes off as unworkable, or they didn't really hash it out
Well, yeah,
quite
because we're like,
completely.
how would you run that? How would you like? Let's say I own I own something really expensive. Well, why do you get to own it? Why can't I own it?
Hmm.
Also, keep in mind that planet Earth isn't the only planet that you can live on. I can hop a starship heading to
That's true. There's a
Degora
lot of
or some other fucking
yeah.
third planet.
They got a ton of colony worlds. They got a ton of Federation colonies. They got a ton
That's
of Federation member
how that
planets.
works. You want a vineyard? You want a vineyard? Well, you can't have an Earth vineyard. Already someone has that. Well, you know what? Instead of that, we'll let you have like space Earth or space secondary or third or fourth thing.
Okay, that's fair. They got a planet. They
Yeah.
got New Seattle. We know they have a city called New Seattle. So yeah.
New Detroit. Yeah, there's New Detroit. There's a lot of stuff like that's the
New
trick.
Detroit?
That's the trick. It's unlimited land.
Yeah, okay, and you're right. That's one reason why I'm very, very in favor of space colonization. Maybe like with Elon's rhetoric, even though like I don't think I think it's kind of shallow and doesn't hold water coming from Elon. He does show that his pipe dreams about rockets have come true. I mean, he has built a rocket that is cheaper to operate, or in particular cheaper to bring large payloads into high orbit. That's what Elon did successfully. And that means that whether we go to Mars or the moon, and I think the moon and the asteroid belt are better places to go because you can get more productivity. But the idea that you have a setup on Mars so that if things go south over here, you have a plan B for humanity, because we are on a knife's edge all the time. Like, I mean, like not all the time, but like it doesn't, like I remember Elle wrote a cool story once where like these people were talking and then like an asteroid freaking like wipes them out a day later. And it's like slice of life human interaction thing, and then the asteroid wipes them out like a day later. And like that's a possibility. Like maybe it's not an asteroid, because I think we would have a little bit of warning on an asteroid, unless once again, like the conspiracy theories always say that if the elites knew about an asteroid, they wouldn't tell us so that they could go and get ready and not have us panic. And that's something that fascinates me too. But like a gamma ray burst, like a freaking gamma ray from a black hole or gamma ray from the north pole of a neutron star could like literally burn our atmosphere away, and we have stuff in the geological record that might indicate something along those lines.
Yeah, but that's the trick. Like they have an infinite supply. Because of that infinite supply, that guarantees that.
Yep. Post scarcity.
Doesn't need to worry about anything. We already have everything. So what are you playing there? Is that Elle or Arus that's playing something?
Oh, is that my screen? Oh, no, I think.
Says Dark Souls.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool. Good. Dark Souls is very fitting with Castlevania, which I did figure out the RAM. I figured out it's like you do, like basically if you want to go left or right, you start like with the up, but basically you have to end it with the direction that you plan to travel. And you're holding down the circle button on this controller, or I guess it's X on other controllers, and you let go and then you tap it again, and then the bat thing happens. And a couple of times I rammed through enemies. Other times I rammed into a wall and then was in a group of enemies who then had easy access to me.
The thing about the bat charge is that it just keeps moving you forward, which is good for mobility.
Yes. Oh no, it's phenomenal. I mean, like you say, what's cool is it even goes through like when there's like a loading area, like when it goes through like a area where there's like a doorway that's opened, you go right through it and then you continue flying.
Yep. By the way, the story that Ronnie was talking about is called Resonance, and it's actually an online visual novel.
Hey, it's Uncle Fester.
I enjoyed it. Uncle Fester, that's funny.
Is that what John Cena's supposed to look like?
playing with blood here today.
It was awesome. I got up to a boss, and then I got myself pummeled by the boss, and it was perfect. It was perfect. But I can kill the angels of death now.
Really?
Like
Who cares?
once. I mean, I gotta say that man has a very bronze chest right there. Like, I mean, you know, they say that is like, you know, the epitome of good looking.
See how Iris plays this game.
Probably better than me.
I'm just curious to see how Iris tackles this, what kind of thing he goes for.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came.
Oh, you're actually gonna watch the intro movie.
Within the
So-
flame.
Different. This is my first time playing it.
Hey guys, I gotta go. Someone people keep knocking on my door.
Alright,
All right, have
Good seeing Orc.
Remember watching reviews movies on Rumble and played games on YouTube by you. He also knows from Light Cadillac. It's an Orc regiment.
The witch of Izalith and her daughters of
I love this
chaos.
about.
Gwyn, the lord of sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
hello, Leprechaun
With the strength
232.
of
Welcome.
lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart.
I've finished this game like twice now.
Witches weaved great firestorms.
I have no idea what the lore is.
Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
Is that white dragon from Pokemon Black and White? That from Necron?
Thus began
Hello,
the
Leprechaun.
Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Sarah, do you know where to go in Symphony of the Night?
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Ew.
Oh, finally it starts.
What a corpse?
You are inside a prison.
Why am I with a corpse? Why is my cell with a corpse?
You're undead.
Okay.
Welcome back, Rod.
Oh yeah, I was just doing a. I've been here. I was just doing a practice run on Transylvania real quick, and yeah, that boss with the bat wings, he's hard.
Boss with bat wings. Huh? I mean, you have the shield rod, so you know, just hit him with the shield rods. No,
The brain stamina. Harder.
yeah. He's glitching. But anyways, it seems to be working. Bonfire.
Why is there a sword in the bonfire? I never noticed that.
Yeah.
It says leave the game or just leave the bonfire.
This means leave the bonfire.
Big door. Does my sword break?
Your sword is already broken. Eat. You have the right idea. See that? Hey, see that path you were looking at? You have the right idea. Who played its Aris play? Eee! You can lock onto enemies to There's L3 by the way. There you go.
Dodging does not avoid that. No.
So, real quick, refresh my memory. How do I deploy the shield rod?
So, both attack and shield. I tap them both together.
Oh, that's easy. Okay, that's way less complicated. Although the bat thing wasn't that bad once I got used to it. Basically, I just sat there and did it like 5-10 times in a row, and then like when I did it by accident a few times, I stopped. I was like, what did I just do? I'm like, I didn't get it. I kept doing it on purpose. Then when I did it by accident, it was like, oh, it works now. And then basically I realized, okay, whatever I'm doing by accident is working, so I need to hold in on that.
Yep.
Oh, now you got 12. Oh, this one. Come on. Frozen.
Ice, ice, baby. Don't,
Did it
don't, don't,
crash?
don't, don't.
Eh? Doesn't work. Oh well. Nice try. By the way, you can just escape to the left side once you enter the asylum demon area. You can just run away to the left side. There's a door there. There's a doorway.
I'm supposed to run away.
Yep, you were supposed to run away. You can kill it. You can kill it if you have like black fire bombs as your gift. And just hit it with like a few black fire bombs. It dies quickly.
Yeah. It pressed. Nothing I pressed myself would run.
Sad. Bit of a demanding game, I guess. Not
Yeah, I
on
agree.
PC though.
So now, are you gonna play or should I play something else?
Oh yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, man. If you had something planned, but I'm certainly ready to roll.
Oh, yeah. Like, maybe I will let Ronnie play this time.
So I just beat the boss, but I do have video of me beating the boss. But yeah, I mean my screen's all ready to go. Yeah. So this is what I did last night. So last night I went to the tower and I turned on the fast forward button and I jumped and I did this like enough times to get 113 hearts. So I know you don't need hearts with the OP, but it's nice to have hearts anyway. So we got them. I mean, if I found there are things I could use hearts for still, but I mean, if I eventually don't need hearts anymore, sure, I'll stop collecting them. So then I go here and I took a nice picture on top of the, on top of the tower with the 3 relics. So I collected those 3 relics that I couldn't get before. Where are they? That yeah, right there. I collected those 3 relics that I couldn't get before because now I don't need to jump. I can just fly. So we got that, and I took a screenshot because it looks beautiful. Although the moon looks a little oblong. I don't know why the moon looks like that. So then after that, I used bat ram after learning how to do it. I practiced before recording, and you ram into a wall. But that's all right because then we go to the room with these bitches here. And oh, by the way, yeah. So that spinning gear thing, I accidentally shot it out of my whip. I don't know what it is. What is that gear? What does it do? What is it for? Is it
It's a
significant?
Grageous field. It's just a reference to Grageous.
Okay. So it doesn't really do anything, just to reference the Courageous?
It's stop projectiles, but why would you even want to use it?
Okay. Fair enough, yeah. Does it kill Medusa heads before they hit you?
No, they don't. They just stop
Okay.
projectiles.
Then it's useless. He's like, Medusa heads, they're just annoying. Like they're not that bad, but then they're just like they don't take away a lot of health. They don't tank, but this I love the rod that I'm using, like one shot. Oh my god, like that just feels good because like those things were so annoying between the Angels of Death and the Medusa head. Like just being able to kill them with one shot. Holy water. That's why the only reason I would keep hearts is just so I could throw holy water on the ground. I did try to hit the wall here. There's no way to get to the wall. So then I remembered I couldn't go up here before. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll fly. So I